What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. A very happy Thursday to all of you. It is Thursday, September 22nd, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you're at in the world at the time you find this reaction. I want to first start this with two things here. First, I want to thank anyone who left any dialogue or comments, whether it be on YouTube or on my other channels that I have on other platforms. Last week there was a lot of great dialogue about the events that transpired as we prepare for today's episode. And second off, and I'll say this again at the end of the episode, but I know some people will skip straight to the end of the video. We were just advised today that this is going to be to Cur, so yay, we will have more DanMachi on the way at the start of the year. I believe, I haven't read the full notice, but I do believe it said that January 2023 will be the second Cur, the Calamity arc. So obviously that means shit really did hit the fan last episode if we're about to get a whole second season solely to the said Calamity that Cassandra has been speaking about for weeks now, since we got to this point, going back into the dungeon. So just as kind of a brief recap of last week's episode and how I felt, obviously we did have a peaceful resolution of sorts, you could say, between any concerns that Belle had with Liu and why she was down there and why she killed someone and what actually is going on. You know, one thing that I've always said is a positive thing about Belle is he is a good judge of character, and obviously with the close relationship that he does have with Liu and the fact that he could not believe that, you know, she would do what she's doing without there being a justifiable reason, we did find out that the person that she is after, Jura, actually was present 5 years ago, was one of the other survivors that happened at the time that her original familia was killed off, and she did believe that she had dealt with all of them. And the fact that she now realizes she didn't, and the rage that she did feel through all of that, you know, obviously she's very angry that she left somebody alive. And as we will have learned through the duration of the episode, obviously she was in her right mind to be angry because shit really hit the fan. So Jura and Turk, I believe, was the other guy. They were in cahoots to actually destroy and cause enough physical damage to the dungeon to actually trigger basically what you would call kind of a fail-safe mechanism, a mechanism to protect said dungeon if something that shouldn't belong now is present. Obviously, we saw that as beast tamers, they bought up these monsters called the Lambton from the lower bells of the dungeon. These are monsters that shouldn't even remotely be up at these levels, and in order for them to come up, they have to cause a considerable amount of damage up to that point. But all they needed was one more catalyst to actually send the dungeon into overdrive. And of course, using the material that they did, they basically self-ignited the dungeon and causing just enough damage that it has now triggered this defense mechanism, which I am sure is the said Juggernaut that we are going to see this episode. And, you know, everyone's been fearful of what Liu's going to do, but when she looked fearful, like literally, first off, when the subtitles go all capital letters, you know things have gone really bad. And when she yelled at that man at the loudest that she possibly could, and the face of fear came across her, and then it went back to seeing Cassandra just kind of like, damn. Man, you knew it had hit. You knew things hit the fan. You knew that everything that Cassandra was doing to try to move things into place to prevent the inevitable disaster, the calamity that she's been dreaming about, she's been talking about for the last couple of episodes. It is now very clear as day that that calamity is about to come to be, and you can't even really be mad. Yes, they didn't listen to her originally, but Cassandra did do everything possible to avert this disaster. But again, as a non-source material reader, I do not know just how dangerous whatever has transpired actually is. I've done a very good job. Actually, someone said in the comments they just told me just not to even be in forums at this point, since I am choosing not to read the source material, so that I can just go into this with a very fresh, very raw reaction of sorts. Obviously, by doing that, that means that I'm going to perhaps miss certain things that some of you will obviously know as source readers. But for me, it just kind of adds on to the excitement a little more than if I was to go read it now and then just kind of get spoiled to everything that's about to transpire. Because I'm stoked. As a non-source reader, I am absolutely stoked. I've been saying this all season. This is what I have wanted, and this is what I personally feel I have been missing from the DanMachi series that hasn't 100% been present in the first 3 seasons, OVA, movie, etc. I feel like the stakes have never been higher with the story, with our characters, and now that it's clear we have triggered a major defense mechanism in this dungeon, all that's left is to see what transpires from here and to see what this calamity is that, that's been hinted at for several weeks. So before we start the episode, just want to do a quick rating check-in. Again, DanMachi does continue to perform favorably well on Mao. I think it went down a few points actually, but it is still holding at a 7.83, which is very good for this series, and I believe it still keeps it above as the top DanMachi season to date. And while it doesn't rank in the top 10 of the popularity ratings, it's been very close in Anime Corner. It did come in 12th with 3.47% of the votes, and I do believe that DanMachi is being done a bit of a disservice because it's actually been a really good, well-written season so far. I've been on the edge of my seat, especially the last couple of episodes, and even not being a source reader, I know that things are really about to hit the fan from this point forward. So with that said, I'm not going to waste too much time on further dialogue here. If you guys want to see how I felt fully about last episode, please feel free to go check out my last episode reaction. I'm going to go put some eye drops in these eyes. We're going to get straight into the reaction. All right, guys, and I'm back. We're going to go ahead and get this episode 10 reaction started. Again, the title to today's episode is The Destroyer Juggernaut. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1. This is not good. This is not good. When she's that terrified, to the fact that she told Belle to get the hell out of here. Oh, we're fucked. Yep, this is the exact same thing that happened before that killed her entire squad off. Oh no. You bastard. You damn bastard. But aren't you gonna die down here too, Mr. Survivor? You did everything you could. Yeah, definitely a mechanism. Oh, man. Damn. And again, I just don't know if there's anything different that Cassandra could have did other than basically force them not to go down there. Oh no, and she's heard this sound before too. Is it literally a reset? Like, is everything just wiped out and then it just resets the floors? Like, because the dungeon has been damaged far too unnaturally. Oh, y'all are in serious danger. She tried to say, she tried. We have to get the hell out of here. And it's not even possible anymore. Off the floor, out the fucking dungeon, like yesterday. Y'all still. Oh. Oh, hell! He's getting. Oh, this is bad! Jura, what the fuck have y'all done? If Ordinance is. If Ordinance is up. How do they even live? The way this is being written, ain't nobody gonna live to see the end of the episode. They're gonna be the first ones to be wiped. Oh, shit! Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Y'all got to get the fuck up out of there! Yes, and y'all still standing. Y'all got to go! It was time to go yesterday! Yes! Horrible! Brad Pichu died too! Well, no shit. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. If you wanted to die, just die yourself. Yeah. Right, because they were the police force. So just some petty vendetta. But in actuality, he had survived too. Even though, of course, he was the one who set it up, so he wouldn't be counted as part of the Familia. Which explains all her actions. Off some petty vendetta because they got in your way. Yeah, an abomination that was probably auto-triggered because all the damage y'all freaking caused. But what do you get from this, my dude? Right. But he's caused way too much dungeon. And then would worry about repair. Damn. Even with level 4 adventurers, it doesn't even matter. Bro, do you know what the fuck you've done? Who cares? You're the one that set up the damn trap. That's your damn fault. Bro, but that was all. Bro, but you here for something. Man, Ryan, calm down. Fucking Evilus. Oh, whoa. 25 through 27 as a whole. Interesting. I mean, you won't be around. You won't be around to see the end of that, bruh. Look what the fuck you've done. Yeah, we should have killed him. Because he just doesn't care. How the hell are you gonna do that? How you gonna tame it when you already half dismembered anyway? Honestly, he doing all this damn talking, I would have cut his head off by now. Yeah, this man crazy. And you really think that's gonna be enough? The Lambton was one thing. I don't think he has the ability to control it though, because it's a self-preservation system for the dungeon itself. I really don't think you have the power to do that. You're gonna get beheaded before it's all said and done. All this because they were trying to help protect the damn people. And now you got this vendetta because your people got wiped out because of your mistake. This man is fucking crazy. He gotta go. He gotta go. But it's interesting. So far, I guess it takes a minute for the monster to actually get to them or to take action against them. And he's just systematically going through the floor since they've been able to at least walk for now and haven't interacted with it directly since. That's right, also they were higher. None of them are gonna live. They're all dead. Y'all can't go back. Y'all can't go back down there though. Y'all can't go back. Y'all can't go back. What? What? My girl, Lily. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. You will not make it back up here. This is unlike anything that y'all. This. I mean, you did try to warn them, though. Damn, this sucks. It's probably just going to reset everything. Nothing's going to make it off of these floors alive. Because its sole purpose is just to reset. Please be careful. Please be careful. Right. The Xenos. Yep. Yes. Oh, this is terrible. Whole ass. They're dead. They're gone, Belle. They're gone, Belle. They're gone. We have to accept that anyone that was there when that monster got there is gone. Bro, I'll just cut this man's head off and be done with it. Because all he doing is ranting about nothing. His voice irritates me in these damn headphones. We've never seen her this terrified. Damn! Damn! And it's here. Juggernaut. How? Damn! And then over to Jeez. Bro, we just lost like half our characters that are on the list for the season. Fuck, and I liked her. Damn. Bell. And so it started. Bell literally versus the god of this place itself. You gotta fight now. There's no choice. If y'all have a death sentence anyway. Bell, this is unlike anything you've ever fought. Oh, man. Fuck. It can repel magic. Oh, goodness! So Firebolt's not even gonna work. Oh! You've got to be. It was a hopeless fight. Did he actually get killed? Fuck! There was nothing anyone could. Why would you summon something? Bruh! I don't even understand what he's hoping he was going to be able to come at it. You can't tame that! Bell's the strongest person down here right now. And you think you're going to be able to tame that? You just summoned literally death itself. Literally death itself. Everyone down here is getting killed. Should have just let Rue kill his ass. Should have just killed his ass. Too much damn talking. Should have just killed his ass. Unreal. endless, brutal. Bel's fucking dead. And I mean, obviously, in some way, he's gonna have to come back since he's the main character. But he's dead. Those were death eyes right there. Those weren't, I'm unconscious. Those were, he's dead. Oh, fuck. We are actually fucked. Okay. Well, guys, you guys did warn me. You guys did warn me. This episode was gonna suck. But when Ryu responded in the way that she did, it was very clear that it was game over for anyone who was on these floors. And obviously with him being at the lower floors, he was gonna be the first one subjective to having to fight. And thank goodness at least Cassandra had the rest of the squad stay up at the above the 25th floor, I believe, bordering the 24th, so that they can have a chance of getting out of here before the Juggernaut finishes its wipeout. But damn, we lost Bell. So, you know, first off, as far as Jura goes and all of his ramblings, the only thing that we can really perceive from all of his ramblings is just a madman who was upset because he didn't get his way. They had this vendetta against Ryu and her familia because, again, as I said before, they were like the police force of sorts that helped to ensure order both within the dungeon and within the town itself, you know. And you know, the other familia, which I believe was Evilus, they weren't about that life, and they were tired of her intervening, and so he set a trap to deal with it. But in doing that trap, he at the time they were unaware that there was a defense mechanism down there 5 years ago, and then they summoned said Juggernaut, who ended up wiping all existence out with the exception of Ryu and Jura. And now, fast track 5 years later, he's been studying, he knows how to trigger it, he knows exactly what needs to be done. But the crazy thing about all this is that he believes he actually has the ability to tame this damn monster. And I mean, this was a death sentence for everybody. I think he even knows that this was a death sentence. He's just literally doing this because of his vendetta against her for surviving and him losing his people when no one would have had to be lost if he didn't do something like this to begin with. And this is just a catastrophic conclusion. I just lost one of my other best girls. Now, apparently we've lost Belle, and I got to tell you guys, this is devastating. You know, I said that the stakes have never been higher in any of the seasons. We've been getting closer and closer, but never have I truly felt in this show that we were getting close to true death and true and utter death and destruction as we are as we are now. And I just wish Cassandra would have been able to speak up more so than ever. If that meant she had to yank them by the throat or whatever, because I do believe Belle would have sat down and listened and said, hey, you know, she wouldn't just be saying this. But sadly, these type of characters that, you know, have these premonitions, that know certain things that others don't. We've seen this plenty in fictional writing, and even in non-fictional things, and things that have actually happened in the history of society and the world, past, present, and will happen in the future, that people do not want to believe that the worst can actually happen in these situations, you know. And if I was a leader and someone approaches me and is like, listen, this isn't looking like it's going to go well. Perhaps we should reconvene and look at everything for face value and try to either approach at a different plan or just pull out completely. Now, of course, the ultimate reason they went down there was because, you know, they were, at least in Belle's case, they wanted to find him, and everyone else wanted to find out why Lee was killing people, why she was down here. So he inevitably would have wanted to go down here anyway. And so I don't know if there's truly a way that we could have prevented this from happening. But I do want to say one thing about Cassandra. And, you know, there was one commenter that brought it up. And while I'm a big history buff, I will not deny I don't know the history behind all the priestesses and gods. And, you know, I don't know all the deeper details of every waking element. So the priestess Cassandra in, you know, actual history in Greek mythology, I don't know her full story, but I do know this much coming into this, that she was a Trojan priestess who was dedicated to the god Apollo. And one of her biggest things was to utter and discuss prophecies that ultimately then ended up not being believed. So her story in Greek mythology actually follows what has happened in this anime. She is an unbelieved character, an unbelieved priestess, that her premonitions and prophecies couldn't possibly be as bad as they actually are. Now, like I said, I do not know the priestess Cassandra's full Greek mythology story, but some of you do. And one thing I want to really give a lot of accolades to y'all is you guys are really involved with this series. For those of you who've been watching it up to this point, you've read the source material, I've learned that you guys actually are really passionate about this show. And while a lot of people in the community are really stuck on just, why is Belle so soft? Why is Belle this and that? And they get stuck on that, not looking at the other characters and their histories and backgrounds. You guys are really on it. So, and I want you to know, I love it. I didn't get a chance to respond to a vast majority of the dialogue that you guys left, whether it be on my previous YouTube videos or on Bilibili or other platforms where I'm running these reactions at. But I want you guys to truly know, I appreciate the dialogue. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. This is what I love. I love this type of conversation because this means you guys are really involved with the show. And if I miss something, I absolutely want to hear that I missed something, or to give context without spoiling the show, because obviously there are certain things about the Greek mythology of things that could explain what's going to happen in this show, even without me knowing the source material. And it's just, I love it. So thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate your previous dialogue, and keep it coming. But you know, as far as where we're at now, this is a devastating tragedy. Belle, for what we can tell, is no longer among the living, at least not right now. He lost an arm, and there was no way he was going to be able to stand foot in that fight. There was just nothing he could do. But because Belle is who he is, there was not a lot we could do to stop him. And I do believe that him being a level 4 adventurer, you know, I feared that it might have caught up to him later on down the line. I didn't expect it was going to catch up to him this soon, but it did. And now we are in a really, really bad situation, and I'm so sorry to see that this has transpired. We lost half of our cast this episode, including some really good characters, you know, from the other squads, and this sucks. So I don't know where we go. I don't know where we go. Without Belle, I mean, there's no hope for any remaining people down here. And as far as Cassandra and Lily and Aisha and Wife and the rest of them are concerned, they just need to run as fast as possible. So, but I'm going to wait until next week to see where we go from this point, and I leave this episode devastated. This was a devastating episode, and anything with the words Juggernaut and Destroyer in it should have known. So we're going to go ahead and call it quits here. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and enjoyed the episode and the revelations that followed. If you did like the reaction, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. So this is actually an 11 episode cur. We now know it's 2 cur, as I said earlier. And for those of you who just joined us in the second half of the reaction, as a reminder, an official announcement was made today that this will be a 2 cur anime production, with the second cur releasing in January of 2023. So it will be returning for the winter season. I believe it will also be an 11 or 12 episode cur. And so next week's episode 11, which was Endless, is the title of it. It is our cur finale. So it's bad stuff, guys. And I guess I'll just see you guys when we get here. So when that episode gets here. So until next episode, catch you later.